Congrats, sir. Incredible end to an incredible week. Can we have your feelings? Can we learn about your feelings and what would you say about the match?
Yeah, obviously really happy. I think today was a great match. A lot of long rallies from the beginning until the end. But I think I served a lot better than yesterday throughout the match, which was the goal. So I was able to do that, and I knew I would have a chance if I did that. So yeah, very happy. I mean, you know, I'm obviously pretty surprised that I suddenly won an ATP, but you know, I guess things like this can happen. You know, a lot of lucky losers winning ATPs in the last year and a half too. So I'm glad I'm one of them. Yeah.
And here you played your first semi-final, then your first final, then your final. But on the final match, you were looking like you weren't feeling any pressure.
Yeah.
Most of young players and most of first time finalists always feel pressure on themselves. But there wasn't any of it about you.
Yeah, I was feeling actually pretty nervous before the match, but I knew that he was gonna be also like, oh, it's his first final, it's a good chance for me to win the title. I'm sure he was thinking this. So I was nervous, but I told myself, like, I'm sure he's more nervous than me. So that helped, you know. And then when I started, not bad, 1-1, 2-2, I started to calm down a bit more, for sure.
And also yesterday you said that the call from the umpire about the time violation pushed you up for the win. And was there something that pushed you up today?
Today, no, not really. You know, you usually don't want to use that the negative high energy to pull yourself up. That's like in emergency situations like yesterday when I suddenly couldn't really serve well. So today everything was going pretty okay. So I didn't need any like special push like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And also he was slicing a lot throughout the match.
Yeah.
And wasn't it hard? I mean, but you managed to overcome about the slices very well. How hard was it?
Well, it's hard and not so hard at the same time, because if you keep hitting there, you know he cannot really hit winners with the slice unless he hits an amazing drop shot, which he did sometimes. But you know, with a player like that, you need to stay calm, because when you start rushing, that's exactly what he wants. And I was able to keep being patient, but then I was able to be even more aggressive in the second set, which made him make more mistakes, which was great.
Mm-hmm. And an interesting fact that in the last two ATP tournaments in Turkey, both are Japanese champions.
Yeah.
It was first Sugita, then you.
Yeah.
How it's all, of course, a coincidence, but what would you like to say about this coincidence?
Yeah, it's a great coincidence. I mean, yeah, you can never predict what can happen in a sports environment. You know, like I wasn't even gonna come here in the beginning. I was in Estoril for preparing for qualifying, and then I suddenly got in. I came here Saturday night. I was just happy to get in the main draw, you know, get the €4,000 check in the first round, and I was like, oh, okay, at least I'm in the main draw. But I won the first round. I was like, oh, something's feeling pretty well this week. So I felt like it could really go well in the back of my mind after the first round, but I didn't think it was going to be the whole tournament.
So you were practicing it in Estoril?
Yeah, well, I was practicing in Amsterdam, like, because there was Munich, Estoril, and Istanbul in the same week, so I was waiting for all the lists to drop.
Did you go to Estoril or no?
I did go to Estoril because the list wasn't moving at all. Okay. So I was like, oh, unbelievable, list not moving. So I went to play quality in Estoril, and I ended up coming here. Yeah.
So now you won your first ATP title, and what's the next goal?
Win another one or something. But
no, I mean also in
not sure. Just keep improving my tennis. Like this week, I didn't have any goal in my mind. I just played, and I think the hard work or the new things I've been putting in my game since the end of last year finally came together this week on Indian Wells too, but this week, and hopefully more of these weeks will start coming more consistently, so that I can be 50 in the 40 or 50, a consistent 40-50 player in 2 years time, and then maybe hopefully 30 or 20 in the very long future. But yeah, we'll see.
And also the win against Novak Djokovic in Indian Wells. You think that's like something pushing you up for this kind of success?
Yes, for sure, because except for Indian Wells, the year has been, I've been playing good tennis, but not many victories. So that week really is very big, especially having a big victory like that in a great atmosphere in Indian Wells in front of that. It's like the second biggest stadium in the world. That gave me a lot of confidence. I was like, okay, even if the next 10 tournaments go bad, I know that maybe 6 months later something's gonna start going well. It has to. I just beat Djokovic. I have to be very unlucky for things to never go well again. So I had faith, for sure, yeah.
Anything else in English?
What's missing in your tennis? What's missing?
Everything. Everything can be better. Everything's good, but everything can be a lot better. My serve especially, my volleys, and maybe my offensive forehands a little bit, but especially the serve. I can make up so much like space compared to the other guys. I serve a little bit worse, so if I can serve at the same level that people who are 40-50 can, then my baseline game is I think it's very solid. So yeah, mainly serve, but everything else as well.
Also today Jaziri was speedy serve, first serve, especially speedy than you. But despite this fact, you could manage to win the game.
Yeah, I mean, I think I am a pretty good returner, especially on clay court. It's easier, but yeah, his serve was pretty good, but I was able to manage it pretty well, especially more from later in the first set.
Okay, for English? Last one, please, yes?
You served 3 break and 1 set point. First set and won the set again after that. How can you manage this kind of important point in your first ATP final?
I mean, you just play and hope things turn your way. It's not like, oh crap, I'm set point down and I have to win this point. It's not like this. I'm just like, oh well, I'll just play. We'll see what happens, and then things turned out well. So yeah, I think it's because I was able to stay patient. But if he would have hit a better serve, that point, it would have been, first set would have been over. So you never know, really. Yeah.
Okay. Let's do a couple questions in Japanese, please. You want to take a chair and sit next to me?
Yeah.